What makes you cut different?
Cut different.
Cut different.
To cut different. What makes you
Cut different.
Cut different. Cut different.
Cut different.
cut different? Cut different.
I'ma cut different.
That's what makes me cut different.
I'm just a cut different nigga.
What makes you
Cut differently. Cut different.
That's what make me cut
What
different.
makes you
Cut different.
Cut different.
Cut different TV, man, you know.
Cut different here, man. It's cool, man. It's a vibe.
What makes you cut different for real? Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder, and you tapped into another very special episode of Cut Different TV. And we got Houston, Texas in the building today, man. But before I introduce you to our guest today, hit that big red button that says subscribe under whatever screen you're watching this on. And hopefully it's a TV screen because you tapped in with Cut Different TV. Bolaji, what up, man?
What down? What's up? Bolaji in the house, you feel me?
Man, it's a vibe, bro. We got Houston in the building. We haven't had a whole lot of Texas energy in here. But
Yeah.
What's it, before we even get into the music, before we get into anything, let's talk about upbringing Texas.
Yeah.
Nija as well. What's it like growing up in that household
For
in a place like that?
Shit. Well, one thing, Houston got the Nigerians for sure. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, growing up, you know, two Nigerian parents. They were very supportive, like, in everything I did, but obviously school came first. You know, like a lot of people, Nigerians know school was always first. But they did put me, one thing I do applaud, they threw me in a lot of stuff. Like, as a kid, I was in choir, in sports. You know, that was my main thing growing up, sports, also school. I was really a nerd. I just did everything. I was one of those kids, you know what I'm saying? But growing up, I wasn't able to, even though I was doing those things, I wasn't able to, like, listen to a lot of, like, music or just be tuned into the outside world. So I'll be at school, people be talking about, like, what's going on media and woo-thoo. I'm like, well, I have no idea what y'all talking about, you know? So that kind of, I think that definitely, like, you know, in the long run affected a lot of stuff. But to me, it's positive in this sense now. But, yeah, so as a kid, all I listened to was, like, Afro beats, Christian gospel music, and then, like, the hits on the radio. So I think of, like, Bruno Mars at the time, or like Ed Sheeran, that type. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know any other world besides that, just like radio stuff. But growing up, I was the oldest kid, two younger sisters. But yeah, I was really like gated, boxed in. You know, at first I saw that as like in a negative way, but like growing up, I think it has really I see it in a positive light now for sure.
Yeah, and it also, and shit, growing up in Texas, too, with all the influence that you have. I mean, Bun B, Pimp C, like all those guys.
Yeah.
When you were going to school, I'm sure other kids were listening to that. Like, so did you ever have the curiosity, like, damn, I want to tap in? Or because you were so ingrained in how you were brought up, you didn't really venture off too much?
I never ventured off. It was more just like, to a point I get frustrated, like I don't know what these people are talking about, but then I think I was just so caught up in my own world, even to this day, where it's just like, shit, I'm doing this. I don't even think I had time to process, like, okay, let me start tapping into what these people are. I just kind of always been in my own world doing my own thing, if that makes sense.
Word.
Yeah.
And I think, too, there's something to be said for, I call it like a late bloomer. Yeah. And that usually has a negative connotation sometimes. But it only has a negative connotation to people who peaked early. Yeah. Because they're like, what you mean late bloomer? Because I feel like we get to start. I was a late bloomer too myself. Feel like we get to start life later.
Right.
We age slower.
Yeah.
We find our passions at a rate where we can actually apply them to something.
Exactly.
Shit, you've been doing music for 4 years now.
Yeah.
Shit, you started at the end of high school?
Pretty much.
So, shit, by the time you were starting to figure out who you were, it's like, you had all that time to absorb all the different energies, figure out what other people were fucking with. So I think that is a benefit.
Yeah.
So the last 4 years, right, like getting into music heavily, pushing out projects. You at 7 now. I think it's about to be 8.
Yep.
What do you feel like got you in the studio? What was that transition from that sheltered upbringing to being a artist?
Yeah, for sure. So I played piano when I was 4. So I kind of always been around music in a sense, and I was in choir. But for me, it was never, like, the focus point. My focus point growing up was, like, doing, like, football, which is, like, quote-unquote soccer, what they call it in America, and basketball. Those are my main goals. I was supposed to, like, playing sports. That's all I had dedication to. So growing up, that's really what my whole mindset was about. Then got to high school, whereas like it was certain things like literally God told me, because I'm religious, I'm Christian. God told me this is not my path, and I just kept trying to ignore it. You know what I'm saying? I kept trying to ignore it because that's what I wanted, but that's not what God had planned for me. You know what I'm saying? So, and for me, like how I describe it to people is that like music was pulling me in one direction, which like the where I was supposed to be going, but I was trying to pull against it and doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. So when I finally just was like, okay, clearly this is what I'm good at in my passion. Let me just take a step forward, just like, dip my toes in the water. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, it was just like I think from there I started doing covers with my sister. It got air dropped around the school one time because I posted it, and that was the whole thing. I got hate on it, but also people liked it.
Sure.
You know how it goes. Me and my sister got on the news a while ago. You see in my archives, you'll probably find that somewhere. And then from there, I was like, okay, this is definitely what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Went into the studio, and then just been cooking like literally since then. Just been on a crazy run. Yeah.
And you weren't burnt out.
Nah.
You had just this whole and
That's what
now
I'm saying.
it's like you get to discover all of these things now. And you talk about also early influences as well, like, you know, tapping in with Frank.
Right.
You know, like when I listen to your music, I get that energy. And then you got the group with C Blues, right? Palace
exactly.
Floor. Talk about the influences, you know, that now have a big effect on your sound.
For sure. So I'd say around that same time, probably right before COVID. And that also, it's so crazy that you said it, because that's also when I started finding myself, if that makes sense. I've had a lot of phases in my life. Like I told you, the sports thing, for some reason, they made it seem like in my school, if you're doing sports, you can't be like artist. I got to be like quote unquote hard. So at one point, I thought I was hood gangster, you know what I'm saying? And then at one point, I thought it was just me trying to figure out myself. So what I did is at the perfect time aligning with what the music I was doing. So that's when I started like tapping into like Frank Ocean, like Tyler, you know what I'm saying, the old like Pharrell, just like everything I listen to now. And at the same time, that's when I met my producer, C Blues, in Atlanta. Like he found me on the internet through I posted a Thinking About You cover on TikTok. I was just posting covers, and then
Word.
And he found it. He was like, bro, I've been trying to find like a singer, like R&B artist that I could just work with, build from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Like, we just started sending stuff back and forth. I didn't even, because he not as mysterious now, but I didn't even know how his face looked. He was just sending me 5 beats. And then I just, like, you know, we send it back and forth on BandLab. One of those snippets started going crazy on TikTok. Brighter Days. And with that, it's like, it's hard to follow up something. Because the song, it was our first song. It did really good. People, like, had eyes, but, you know, it's just like, okay, they just in the game, first song. Are they gonna stay around? You know what I'm saying? After that, we came with Girl Are You Home. That went crazy too. And then after that, that's when I dropped Lavish. So
I was just about to ask you about that.
So then that's like Palace Floor is really what started it for real. I maybe had like 2 songs solo wise before that, but Palace Floor is like where it really started getting buzz. And then I was like, yeah, let me just like drop my stuff too. And that's how like it started for real.
Word. And Lavish, to date of recording, that's your biggest record.
Yeah.
And it's still going.
It's still going.
Was there something specific about that record that you remember? Did you know in the moment, hey, this is going to be the one? Or talk about that process of creating that.
That process was crazy because I vividly remember it was at our old crib. I was up at like 3, 4 a.m., couldn't go to sleep. I found the sax sample, right? And then I was trying to redo it in my and then I remember just writing the whole thing in one go. Like sometimes, like as a writer, when something clicks, it just clicks, and that's like one of the fastest, like just storytelling thing I had wrote. And I knew it was good, but at the same time, I wasn't as confident in myself. I was insecure, so it was just so different from anything I was hearing on the radio or anything around at the time. I was like, it can't be good. I don't know. Like I was in my head for a while, and it wasn't until like C Blues and like my inner circle was just like, bro, this is different for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, put this out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I was like, Now, at the same time, I was gaining my confidence. I'm like, you know what? Why am I trying to be what I'm hearing? So I dropped it. And then it was like, at first, it wasn't, anybody that heard it, they'd be like, oh, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until like maybe months, almost a year later, when it really just started boom, 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 just going.
Word.
But yeah, so that was a surreal moment because that also was just like, now I was like, okay, this is when I got to be true to myself. You know, I can't worry about what is trending, what people gonna like. That's when I was like, I got to do what I want for me. Whoever gravitates towards that is whoever gravitates towards that. That's why I put my name in it. I self-titled it my name too. So it's just, honestly, that was the perfect song to go crazy. Like, I know some people be like, they don't like their biggest song, but like that for me, like that's a great like like song that represents me for sure.
And you talk about like you weren't sure about dropping it because you were feeling not as confident or whatever the situation is. And it kind of takes me to that place where artists, like people resonate more with artists' work when they feel like they can relate more.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like if you're overly confident in a record, a lot of people, they might rock with it. Right. They might turn up to it, but they're like, damn, can I put myself in that, in those shoes? Exactly. Nah, like I don't really like what I'm doing right now. Right. So maybe that energy of you kind of wanting to be somewhere else, people are resonating with that energy. And they're always going to continue to resonate with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's fire. Yeah. That's a play. So you talk about kind of doing shit your own way, right?
Exactly.
And you kind of created your own genre with jazz, trap, and B.
Yeah.
So talk about that. Like, what was the idea behind that?
Yeah, with that, it was like going off of Lavish. So that's kind of what, because I think how I started getting more buzz, I used to put these captions like, POV, you made a new genre. Like, what do I call this? You know what I'm saying? People were like, man, I don't know. Like, and then people started saying jazz trap and B, jazz trap, or like jazz trap, or something along those lines. And I'm like, shoot, let me just make it a name. And then it was like jazz trap and B.
That's hard.
Just, you know what I'm saying? It had a cool ring to it. Not to take away though from the pioneers for real. Like, big shout out Masego, definitely one of my influences. Sure. He made jazz trap. I don't know if he really like titled it that, but I know that's kind of been in the air. But like, my foundation is R&B, so I think that's another. So I was like jazz trap and R&B. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even say a new genre. People like get
a hybrid,
but I say like hybrid, like a genre mesh. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was crazy. Even now, I just threw my second annual Jazz Trap and B Festival, which is like a festival for it's a nonprofit for mental health awareness. Based off of the name, you know, and like we did that. It was literally last week, so that going on. So just it's really a movement. I was like, you know, this is like, you know, me as I'm building this catalog, as I'm growing, I want there to be, you know, so just so I say that.
That's fire, man.
Appreciate you.
And we're gonna get into we're gonna bring it to right now.
Yeah.
So Sunshine is what you pushing right now, and then prior to that, The Fool's Reverie, My Lover record.
Yeah.
And you got some collaborators, right?
Yeah.
And what do you, as an artist that kind of does stuff their own way, you've got your sound. I feel like when you listen to your music, it's very you. Yeah. Like it's your world.
Yeah.
How do you choose who you're going to let into that world and trust that they're going to deliver what they need to?
Yeah.
Because My Lover has a fire-ass feature on it.
Shout out Destin, man. Destin, like you said, like with me, it's just one of one. I think Destin's also in that same category. That's somebody that inspires me. All the people around me that I work with inspire me as well. So for me, it's more so like me and my people, like Todd, we was talking about this earlier. Like, I feel like I don't like forcing shit at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I feel like the energy attracts, you know what I'm saying? People like Destin, people like the people on my project. None of these were like me like I don't know how to explain it. It all just came naturally. You know what I'm saying? People I've been building since I started this. So that's kind of how I wanted this project to be. I think we're all just coming up. It's crazy to see everybody coming up at the same time. And we just kind of all been around and known each other for some time. So it's just like, for me, it's like who fits this project and who also isn't like the same mindset, the same wavelength. And that's why I feel like everything you're going to hear on this project just going to sound like it was supposed to be there, because it's like we already have that actual bond, that actual same goals, and you know what I'm saying, just the same kind of mindset when it comes to this music stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And you talk about the energy, and you keep saying this project, and this KX
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying,
You
in the
feel me?
air right now.
Yeah.
So talk about that a little bit.
Most def. I don't know if I can see it. It's the back of my. You probably can't. I'm not gonna do a whole. But I have a KX at the back. I know you see it.
Oh shit, yeah.
KX. I just been
And the hair too.
in the hair. You feel me? The
Yeah.
hair, the band, 2 nights. This is all, you know what I'm saying, world bending. It's Kendrax. You feel me? KX is Kendrax. That's me, where I am right now. It is a body of work that's in the works. It's pretty much done now, but yeah, that's what KX is. By the time this, you know, KX will be announced, but KX is just it's a movement. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been saying, I've been setting a foundation of just works, but this is I'm a superstar. You feel me?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna catch on. If you haven't caught on yet, now you know I have the numbers, I have everything to back it up. It's just now it's superstar shit. You feel me? So that's
How do you put an image with that? How do you put a story?
Yeah, so I mean, Kendrax is what as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't really have, when I would, like all I heard was the radio stuff and all, you know what I'm saying, everything that was kind of just popping. So this is my moment to be my superstar, you know what I'm saying, my superstar version. Am I going to like it? I don't know. We going to see by the time this is all said and done. But, you know, Kendrax, I'm here. You feel me? Yeah.
I rock with it.
Yeah.
And because we started talking about the world and, you know what I'm saying, the hair, I feel like your avatar, right, like is a huge part of everything. Niggas who play 2K, niggas got their my player.
Yeah.
You know, niggas who play Call of Duty, they got their person they playing with. You play Fortnite, whatever.
Exactly.
How important is style to you and your avatar as a creative?
It's a part of it. It goes hand in hand. I feel like that's the way I express myself. I feel like it's just, that's somebody's damn near first impression. They look at you, they look at like the way you carry yourself, your aura, and like what you got on. I feel like every fit I put on is intentional. Like, I don't know why I do this, but I have not reworn a fit in like 2 years. Don't ask me why. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? For me, fashion is just like, it's another way to express myself. I even I have a luxury brand called Elan Bala. I make custom one-on-one ties. Like, I'll show you, nobody's ever, that I know of, ever made anything like it. So it's just like another extension of me, I feel like. And everything just goes hand in hand. Even with like Kendrax, you won't see Bolaji and Kendrax wearing something similar because it's two different like people. Energies, right. Yeah. So all of that, it just all correlates into all the lines. So yeah.
I rock with it. Yeah. That's fire. And you know, moving forward, I'm really curious, like, you say you're a superstar, and I believe it. The music is there. Like you said, the numbers are there. Yeah. And these are just two pieces to the puzzle, right? Your fan base is growing. You've got records. Yeah. You've got collaborators that fit it. You've got the world and that sound. So when you're at this point, and a lot of artists that are watching this are maybe on the journey to get to where you are, right? Or they may be there, and they're curious what your perspective is. How do you define success as an artist, and what does failure look like?
Right. So for me, success, I think it varies for like each person, you know what I'm saying? It's a mind game. But for me, success, for me, is having timeless music. Success for me is leaving legacy, you know what I'm saying? I think what a lot of people in these day and age get twisted is like, success for them is like, if a TikTok sound is trending, and like if you having a moment. For me, like, a moment is cool, but what a moment would do is give you that one glimpse, that one spike, and then it's just like, what's after that? If you really trying to do this, I mean, it's harder nowadays, you know what I'm saying, with just like the saturation in music and everything that's going on. So if you really trying to stick, you know, I know for me, it's just like, I'm not really worried about making that trending sound, that trending, you know, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, it's like, past all the all the viral shit, what's gonna stay, what's gonna stick, what people really gonna resonate to. Not, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's as long as I could, when I leave Earth, people can be like, Bolaji was a real nigga, bro. He stuck to himself. He stayed true to himself, and he put out fire-ass music. See that, I'm okay with that.
Word. And all of this stuff he talking about, you know, everybody it's easy to have a moment, right? It's
Yeah,
easy to
it's
pop.
easy.
It's easy to start making
Yeah.
music. Shit, we could make a record, drop
Right.
it tomorrow
You feel
on
me?
Spotify,
Yeah,
right? We
exactly.
had cut different studios. But my thing is, my whole point is like, in a world, right, where anybody can make music,
Right.
anybody can create.
Yeah.
It's easier than ever to get in the game, but it's
Yeah.
harder than ever to stay in it.
Yep.
So in that world, what makes you cut different, Bolaji?
Shit, there ain't no other Bolaji. There ain't no other. I think that's what makes me and other artists stick and stand out. Or really anybody. What makes anybody? And there's nobody that's one of anybody else. You are your own person. I'm my own person. Everybody in this room is one of one. And when you start getting influenced by the world and you trying to be somebody else, you forget that nobody else has your story. I just dropped No They Carry Last. A lot of people couldn't drop that. A lot of people couldn't drop that because they're not Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? So you got to tap in to what is you, and then just express that, and then you can take influences, but it's just like just making it your own and just express yourself. I think is what makes me. You said what makes me cut different, right? Yeah, what makes me cut? Yeah, just being me. I don't know what else to like. Just being there's only one me. So yeah, I say that. That's it. Yeah.
So kind of not being afraid to drop. I feel like a lot of people these days are like, damn, bro, I ain't inspired by. They be afraid to say who they inspired by because it's like, oh, now you glazing.
Yeah, no, but you can be inspired. Everything's inspired by inspiration. There's nothing. I remember back, I used to say, like, if you are a fan of like Smino, like Masego, like I'm inspired by them. Even these people that, like, not to throw no shade, but like half of these R&B singers are copies of Brent, bro. And it's just like everybody's afraid to say they're inspired by Brent because he's cool and he makes R&B sound fire. I'm inspired by Brent, but I don't make all my music sound like Brent. I like his cadence. I fuck with some of the stuff he like puts out. Same with Tyler, same with Frank Ocean, but nothing I sound is gonna sound exactly like them because I take influences and then make it my own. But there's I don't see why people are like afraid to say they inspire. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people that watch this will be inspired by your energy.
Hopefully, bro.
And I think that you have a lot of people that you're inspiring with your sound, and that's great. And it's going to continue to grow and continue to flow and go from there.
Amen to that.
And so shit, you in New York for a reason though. I mean, you out here moving around, moving and grooving, meeting people.
Yeah.
I'd love for it just to be to come on Cut Different, but you got other shit going on, and you just did a show in New York.
I did.
And you told me earlier that performing is one of your favorite parts of the job.
That's one of my favorite things, man.
What can they expect from a Bolaji show next time you out and about?
Man, the thing with that, like you just gotta see, but I could try to describe it. Cause the thing with my catalog that I love is hold up.
Leather jackets in the summertime
You feel me?
is a part of it as well.
Man,
I don't know how you did that shit, bro.
nah, man, shout out Minutes. They got the little thing in the beginning. I mean, not beginning, in the inside that kind of cooling me down, but I am hot as hell, shit.
Right.
But what I would say though is the catalog is so diverse. Which from the beginning, like I always was just like, I'm not gonna be boxing. I'm gonna have different stuff. So in a show, bro, like, cause I can dance, you know what I'm saying? I could leg work. I used to like be an MJ impersonator as a kid. I just sit in front of the TV and just woo. I can sing. Pretty much anything you like in my stage presence, you know what I'm saying? All that combined, I just say it take you from, you could be one moment, you know what I'm saying, girl being serenaded, brought on stage. Next moment, we mosh pitting. Next moment, you crying. You never know when you come to my show, but it just depends, really. You
They got to pop out and
You
see
gotta
it.
pop out and see.
Word.
Get your backstage pass. Hit it.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas.
You feel me?
Yeah, word, man. That's
Yeah,
fire.
appreciate
Well,
it.
shit, bro. I appreciate you coming on
Most
Cut
def.
Different. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
def.
This is a hell of an episode.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, now that we through it, bro, this is one of my favorite interviews.
Crazy.
For real.
I'm honored.
Word,
I'm
definitely,
honored.
bro. And the
Yeah.
music is fire. I'm
Thank
excited to see the rest of your journey.
Appreciate you.
And
man.
everything you've done so far is wavy as hell, bro.
Thank
so
you, bro. For
more
real.
of the same
Thank
and more different shit as well.
Exactly.
I want to see this world, this
Yeah.
KX, this
Yeah.
Kendrak's
It's
world.
KX shit, man.
Word.
Yes, sir.
But with that being said, man, I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder. Y'all just tapped into another episode of Cut Different TV. And my fault, bro. I'm being rude. Was there anything else you wanted to say to the people before we got
Man.
out of here?
Ain't shit, bro. Y'all tapping with Cut Different TV, man. Co-signed by Bolaji. Kendrak shit, baby. KX. We out of here.
Shit, we gonna end it right there, man. We'll see y'all next time.